Today we're looking at Leamington Spartans versus Coventry Silverbacks. It's the final game of the West Midlands Regional League, and actually turned out to be the decider for who would win the league overall. Certainly a good game to end the season off. The Spartans are going to take the first out here with a nice catch at the back, but coming forward, Coventry just put up a wall and punished the counter-attack from Spartans, taking us back to a 5v5 after the first few throws. And then Spartans just dominate the first set with attacks on the ball, and Coventry just can't really deal with it. They need to get a bit more side-to-side movement, I think. They just pick them off one by one. And that leaves Spartans in a 2v1, looking for a counter-attack here, but unfortunately for the Coventry player, just venturing over that sideline and getting out to a line fault. So Spartans take the first set. In the second set here, Coventry get the first hit with a cheeky late throw, just waiting until he's not quite paying enough attention. And then another good attack on the ball on the left there from Spartans, but Coventry do take the catch and get that player back in again. Some good dodging there. Some great dodging in the middle, and Spartans finally get the only hit of that interchange, which is a bit of a nasty headshot, but he does carry on. I think he's okay. Lovely shot at the back of the court there, just onto his back foot, and some good honesty from the Coventry player there as he's hit on another attack on ball. Spartans really did start off the game strong with those. Down into a 2v2 here, and frustratingly for Coventry, they're just putting it a bit too far away from the Spartans player, and is given out for an invalid, and then Spartans just play it nice and slow for the rest of the set to end the time up and take the second set again. A good hit off the start from Spartans, and then a very lucky deflection from this throw as it hits him as he rolls backwards straight into his teammate's arms. So he's out and then back in for the catch again. It gives Spartans a pretty good start on this set, already 6-3 up. And then they're just going to make the most of this with 4 balls, and pick off their targets, throw them all, and even take a catch there off the rebound there. With the last player left in, he does unfortunately manage to give Spartans the 5th ball in mistake, and gives us some jumping jacks for the pleasure of it. And it's effective, because Spartans' attack is clearly disrupted, throwing 5 balls, throwing only 3 balls, one by one at him, and not making the hit, but they do eventually get the hit and take the third set as well. 6-0 up for Spartans. It's obviously looking like a very strong start. Coventry do take the first hit in this set, but Spartans take a nice catch at the back, just managing to secure it without going out of play, to bring 6 players back on. Coventry make another good hit at the back there, but he's just hanging around too long at the front, and Spartans make the most of it with a quick surprise counter-attack. Nice bit of dancing along the line there from Coventry. And they come forward and take the hit on the right ball again. So that leaves us in a 3v2. An eventful play here. Spartans come up on a counter-attack and get the hit on the wing, and a catch in the middle. Let's have another look at that just after a cheeky little shot there while he's not looking, while he's trying to get the ball in, but it does hit the other ball and is dead. So the Spartans come up here, they get the block, get the hit, and then the catch on the midline off the rebound to bring one of their players back in, and a great dodge at the back there. Body on the line, do everything you can to get out of the way. Great hit from the Coventry player there as Spartans come forward, but Spartans do manage to get the last hit to finish that set off. And now they're 8-0 up with only 15 minutes on the clock. That is quite an advantage, but not insurmountable. We're coming up quite close to half-time here now, so Coventry are going to want to try and take some of the momentum back into the second half. I like this little clip here. He's already out, but gets a second hit on the toes off the rebound just for his troubles. Very intense set plays here with trades on both sides. Leaves 1 player left in for Spartans and 2 for Coventry. Coventry not trying to force anything here, just wait for the right opportunity, and they do find it on this nice counter-attack here. Both balls on target. So Silverbacks take their first set there at 8-2. But in the next set, not a great start for them. They get hit on the single there, and then a catch on the backtrack from Spartans. Leaves them 2 players down already. And the rest of the set goes a similar way, with Spartans collecting the balls, throwing together, and making some good solid hits. And with 1 player left, Silverbacks trying to make a play, but unfortunately the half-time whistle beats them, and Spartans go 10-2 into half-time. Coventry coming fast out the gates, though. They do get hit on the attack there, but also take a catch at the same time to bring that player straight back in. So a great start to this second half for them. And a little bit of chaos at the back of the Spartans line with two of their players falling over each other. Only one out though, as he does get the block as he's lying on the ground. But fairly even going into the middle of this set. And what looks like a fairly benign attack here, just on the close side, the Spartans player takes his eyes off it for a second, and everybody hates to be hit like that. When you're just looking for the balls, how many balls have we got, and then you get caught off guard. That one never feels good. Coventry do take another casualty there as his teammate blocks into him, which is a bit unfortunate for him. But they redeem themselves with a brilliant catch here. I think it's a very close one. He seems to get it between his legs for sure, and has contact with the ball with his hands for sure. But is it under control? It seems like there is a frame in there where he has his hands kind of on the ball. It's very, very hard to read and very hard to call. This is a tough one for the refs. Is it going to be a catch and out or just an out? Was he hit before he actually secured the catch? They do spend quite a while talking about this one, trying to work out, who had the best view of it, whose call do we go with, and in the end, they do call it a catch, which I think is fair. It's a tough one, and sometimes you give the benefit of the doubt to the catcher in situations like that. But that does leave Spartans with only one player left, and Coventry are able to end the set very quickly. A very unfortunate line fall at the front there as he just over-eggs the fake a little bit. A few good trades here, but unfortunately a fairly cheap out on the Spartan side there. But, it happens to the best of us. That leaves us 4-3 to Coventry, with a nice hit on the pre-throw there, but isn't able to get out of the way once Spartans do come and throw, so they take a nice trade there. That's fine for Coventry though, that leaves them 3-2 up, and Spartans trying to force something here, but Coventry really don't need to rush it. They come forward now with a with a lovely single to the back foot of the Coventry player. So in 2v2 now, and Spartans get a nice hit on ball there, and a great dodge underneath, but just overcooks it for a back line fall. So now we're in a 1v1 between Coventry and Spartans, and the Coventry player trying to put some throws at him. It's not going to do a whole lot when he's got a ball at the back, but puts in a nice pre-throw here. It's just about in the basket, but maybe just low enough to make it a very tough catch as you're coming forward. And Coventry do take that set, which puts them within 2 sets of Spartans. They're going to be very happy with that at this point in the game. The halftime talk has obviously done very well, winning both of the first 2 sets of the second half. And a fairly short set there from Coventry, very confident, just making the hits, hitting the target, and they win another set to take it to 10-8. Spartans take a nice catch at the start of the next set, but it is unfortunately lost with a hit on a single from Coventry, and then the rebound comes straight back into his arms for the catch, giving Coventry the advantage again. Looking for a trade there in the middle, but Coventry just take the most scandalous catch in the middle. Let's watch this back again. He throws his ball forward, and it just gets trapped between his arm and his knees as he crouches down. And then Coventry come forward to make a hit here. It's blocked down and then bounces up for a catch. The refs do actually give that, I believe, but I don't think anyone goes out for Coventry, so it might be kind of like a middle ground situation where the refs really weren't sure which it was, so they didn't call anyone out but gave the catch. And a very weird attack here from Coventry. They're on play 2. They've come forward and blocked, and then realise that they all need to throw. They throw, I think, at 3 separate targets, and they make, I think, 2 hits with that to win the set with seconds left to bring it to 10-all now from a 8-0 comeback, a 10-2 comeback. They've pulled it level with not a whole lot of time left on the clock, maybe a time for a couple of sets. A nasty little hit on the end of the fingers there. We always hate to see those. That's the kind of the injury makers, but I think he does play the rest of the game, so it's not too serious. Nice catch there from the Coventry players. It's very even in the middle, but unfortunately not able to take that one. And again, another great catch from this lad in Coventry. He loves those diving backwards, rolling around catches. He does line fault at the same time, so he gets himself out, but that's still a great trade. And we're down to 3-all in players now. Spartans get another hit on the ball on the right here. I do think that second one hits him on the way past. It comes off at a bit of a sharp angle. And then Spartans make a block on the other side there from the free throw, which means Spartans are now a player up once this player is actually called up by the referees, with not a whole lot left on the clock now. So Coventry are going to have to make something happen if they want to get back into this, because if time ends here, then Spartans win 12-10. So they're going to set up with just one ball here. Spartans throwing together, just trying to throw singles, I think trying to play the timeout, which is pretty smart at this point. Coventry trying to make something happen, put a pre-throw in here. Again, Spartans just throwing safe, throwing away, and they get the 5 balls from that pre-throw. So Coventry in a little bit of trouble here. Maybe try and look for the catch just to turn the game around, but throw in 3 balls. They do make the hit, and then the last Coventry player is told by his teammates to step off just to get the final set, which is a smart strategy for sure. So Coventry now needing to win this final set to be able to bring it back. Spartans only needing to draw or win to win the game. Great catch at the back there. Set Spartans up very strongly for this final set. A player up, and mentally that kind of catch off the start is always a good boost for your team. Another great toe shot there from Spartans puts them 2 players up now. Coventry needing to make something happen fairly quick. So coming up with a 3-ball attack here. He goes for the catch off the court, but it's sadly too far away. Spartans take 3 balls still, I believe, even at this point, with a couple of hits from the Coventry side. Oh no, 1 player up, sorry. They're looking to throw singles in the middle. They look for the double hit there off a rebound, and it is given. It's kind of hard to see whether or not that is or not. But that puts Spartans 1 player down, needing a hit, a great hit in the middle there. The delayed throw gets him in midair. So now they're even. Spartans are happy with the 3v3. That wins them the game. A simple block here. He wants the hit, but sadly that is a very clear block. And on the counter-attack, they do take the hit, putting them 1 player up. Coventry look for the hit, coming forward, but Spartans just need to play the timeout now. Only seconds left. Coventry really trying to make something happen, trying to bait in the throw for a catch, but that one did bounce, and so did that one. Unfortunate, just trying to draw them in, and then they're going to look for a trade in the middle, but sadly Spartans now 3 players up to 1. He's really going to make something happen very quick, but that is the final whistle, and Spartans take the win, 14-10. It was a very close game in the end, even after a 8-0, 10-2 start from Spartans. Coventry done extremely well to bring that back, but sadly couldn't quite get it over the line. It was a great game, and thanks for watching.